Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I'll be bringing you guys a Week 7 preview of the Washington football team versus the Green Bay Packers matchup. I'll give you guys very important injury updates for both teams, who's going to be playing, who's questionable, and much more. I'll give you guys some keys to victory for the Washington football team, and then I'll also give you guys my final score predictions. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Hit that like button and turn on those notifications, and also check out WinView with the link in the description and also on your screen right now. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so the 2-4 Washington football team are heading to the 5-1 Green Bay Packers to face off in Week 7. Would be a great win for Washington to get, but it's going to be a tough game for them. So let's get into an injury update for both teams. Both teams are dealing with a lot of injuries. So we'll start off with Washington. Unfortunately, Sam Cosmi is still dealing with that ankle injury. Didn't practice at all. He's been out for 2 games. This is going to be his second game missed, I believe. And unfortunate, but let's hope he can come back next week because he was having a really good rookie season up until that point. Curtis Samuel, out for this week as well. Missed the Chiefs game and this game, and was out for most of that Saints game. So we'll see. I'm not very optimistic on him. Maybe he comes back at some point in the season, but it looks like it'll probably be after the bye if he comes back. Brandon Sheriff is out for this week. I believe this is his 3rd game missed, so I do believe that he will likely be back next week. He was doing some work on the side, but not any individual drills, and Cam Sims is out. So those 4 players have been injured for a while and haven't made much progress, and it could be a little bit of a mismanagement by them. If all these players are going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, why didn't you put these guys on IR? Especially someone like Cam Sims who's been out for 3 weeks. You could have called someone up to the active roster. And same thing with Brandon Sheriff. If this is going to be his 3rd game miss. But we'll see how these injuries progress. Antonio Gibson, William Jackson, and Shaq Tony are all questionable. Antonio Gibson will play though. It isn't official, but he says he expects to play. It's been like this for a while. I think Antonio Gibson will be playing. He's banged up though. It's concerning because this is going to be a whole season thing. He's going to be banged up every week. William Jackson did not practice. He's questionable. We'll see if he plays or not. But if he doesn't, our depth is not good. But he hasn't played well regardless. And Shaq Tony is questionable. Everyone else is good to go. Jonathan Allen, De'Ami Brown, Charles Leno, Terry McLaurin, and Ricky Seals-Jones. Looks like De'Ami Brown, he's been limited all week, but he's good to go. So, let's see what he can do this week against the Green Bay Packers. So, they only have 2 players listed as out right here, but, they're dealing with a lot of injuries. Dennis Kelly, their tackle, he is out for this game, and Josh Myers is out. Kevin King, Darnell Savage, and Preston Smith, they are all questionable, but Jair Alexander, their best corner and one of the best corners in the league, he's out for this game. Zadarius Smith, a really good pass rusher, he is out for this game. Bakhtiari, he is also out. He's eligible to come off PUP this week, but it's probably going to be another week or 2. And then they also got some other offensive linemen out as well. So they are dealing with a ton of injuries as well as us. We have Logan Thomas and a couple others that are not on this report, but both teams dealing with injuries. Let's now get into the keys to victory for the Washington football team. And one quick thing before we do get into the keys to victory, like I said, make sure to check out WinView. They got a bunch of nice contests. They're the nation's leading sports predictor, allowing you to compete in pregame or live contests. You just got to answer 8 questions before or during the game to compete in the contest. And new users get a first-time deposit bonus of up to $200. You can play your first $20 risk-free, so make sure you guys check them out. And I will be doing my predictions for the Washington game on Saturday on a live stream. Okay, so my first key to victory is I want Taylor Heinicke to play like himself. Don't try to be cautious and conservative. Go out there, run around outside the pocket and make plays. That's what Taylor Heinicke does best. And the last couple weeks, he hasn't done that. And whether that's Scott Turner or Ron Rivera telling him to be a little bit more careful, be a little bit more like a game manager, or that's just him trying to be more cautious, whatever it is, he's got to be more aggressive, take some more shots down the field. Also, he's got to scramble more. Against the Chiefs, where, it's easy to run on them as a quarterback, he didn't attempt a single run. He's got to be able to do that in this game against the Packers. The Packers defense isn't bad. At least, their run defense isn't terrible and their pass defense isn't bad, but their red zone defense is really bad, and we'll, touch on that in a little bit. But, he's got to be a little bit more aggressive, and I think that will open up the offense a lot more. I'm not saying he should go out there, run, and, not slide. He still has to be cautious in, that sense where he doesn't want to get injured. But at the same time, he's got to take a little bit more risks, and I think that will help Washington and, be like himself where he was, the Giants game, the Falcons game. He was much better in those games, and it's because he was a little bit more aggressive. He was able to go out of the pocket, take some deep shots at times, and, that's what he does best. So hopefully he can do that. The next one is we got to get pressure on Aaron Rodgers. And, we say this every week, our D-line has to get pressure, but this right here is definitely the case against the Packers. We will need to get pressure. So if you look at Aaron Rodgers, his deep passing quarterback rating is 31st in the NFL right now. And under pressure, his quarterback rating is 33rd. So, and you see the difference right here. His under pressure quarterback rating is 31.0, and that ranks 33rd, out of any quarterbacks in the NFL, and his clean pocket quarterback rating is 125. So that's 4th in the NFL. So when he has time, he's been amazing this year. But when he's gotten, pressure, he has not been good. So we have to get pressure. But at the same time, we don't want to commit too many people where the middle of the field is wide open and he just manipulates the pocket and, gets 20 or 10, 15, 20 yards, because he can do that. He is not super, super fast, but he is definitely, pretty quick, and he can beat you and get you, get the Packers 10, 15 yards easily a couple times in the game. So, try to get pressure, but at the same time, be aware that he can go out there and, beat you with his legs. So, but they got to get pressure. Chase Young, Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Ioannidis, Sweat, they all got to get pressure. And if we can do that, I think our defense can have a big day. But, a lot of teams against us, especially also, Aaron Rodgers does this, regardless, they try to get rid of the ball really quick. So that's what they're probably going to do against us. But when they go and drop back and, he takes a couple of seconds, more than 2.5 seconds, we have to try to get pressure on him. And if we do that, I think we will be successful in this game. So another key to victory for the Washington football team, I talked about red zone, the Packers red zone defense under Joe Barry, Washington's former defensive coordinator. We have to be able to take advantage of their bad red zone defense. Look at this stat. They have a success rate of 0% on defense in the red zone. There's 15 trips in the red zone. All of them have been touchdowns. Every single one. They haven't, held them to a single field goal. That is awful. That is the worst red zone defense in the, in 15 attempts, since they've been tracking it. So that's historically bad. They have to take advantage of that. If they can get in the red zone 2 times, that's 2 touchdowns for them if they can take advantage of it, because the Packers' red zone defense has not been good. So take advantage of that red zone defense. Try to get in the red zone a couple of times, and more than a couple of times, 2, 3 plus times, and I think they will be good in this game. They'll be able to score a decent amount of points. Their run defense and their pass defense isn't that bad, but once it gets in the red zone, it all goes away, and they just aren't great in the red zone, the last key to victory is you have to try to contain Davante Adams. I mean, in my opinion, he's the best or second best receiver in the NFL. I mean, him, Tyreek Hill, you can throw in DeAndre Hopkins as well. I'm sure I'm missing some, but Davante Adams, I mean, his route running, his release is just absolutely insane. We're not going to be able to contain him too much, but we're going to have to put some more attention on him. I'm not sure who's going to be going up against him, if it's William Jackson, if he's healthy, Benjamin St-Juste, I don't know, but I am concerned about, this matchup because, they do have some okay weapons besides Adams, but they're made better because of Rodgers. Allen Lazard is solid, but he's not anything special. We should be able to contain him, so I'm fine putting some extra attention on Davante Adams, whether it's, Cam Curl or Bobby McCain with some safety help over the top. They need to put some extra attention on Adams because he is absolutely insane. Through 6 games, 668 yards. He is, amazing, and we have to try to somewhat contain him. And I'm not counting as a key to victory, but something that we do need to take advantage of is their special teams is not good. So DeAndre Carter might be able to break one, whether it's a punt return or a kick return, and that will help out the offense a lot in terms of field position. So let's hope he can do that. And yeah, those are the keys to victory besides the cliche ones, win the turnover battle, stuff like that. Of course, that's a given. Now going into my score prediction. So my score prediction for this game, I think the Packers will win and, win somewhat comfortably. I think we might get like a garbage time touchdown. I'm going to say 31-24 Green Bay Packers. I was going to say 31-23, but I'm not sure if I'm confident that we're going to make 2 field goals. I think this week Rivera is going to be a little bit more cautious with the kicker because it's been, he's only been with the team for a few days, at least on the active roster. So he might be a little bit more cautious this week. Give Chris Blewett a little bit more time to acclimate with, the special teams unit before he allows him to, go out there and trot out for a 50-plus yarder. So that's why I'm saying 24-31. But, if this defense doesn't, it could easily be more than 31. It could be 40-plus points. But I'm going to say 24-31 just because of the red zone defense of the Packers. It hasn't been great at all. So if we can take advantage, I think we'll be able to score over 20 points against the Packers. So that's my score prediction for the game. Do have us losing, but I don't think it'll be a complete blowout. Let me know in the comments down below what your score prediction is for this game. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications. And also make sure to check out WinView and use the link on the screen and in the description. Peace, guys.